2, 1. So my project is going to be about a disease called moya moya, which is a neurological disease in which the arteries that lead from your brain to vital organs in your body are too small to deliver a sufficient amount of blood and protein, which can cause bleeding in the brain, ischemic seizures, and if not treated for a long time, it can be fatal. So I myself actually have moya moya disease. I was diagnosed with it at the age of 5, and then I ended up having surgery when I was that same year, 5 years old, and then another one at 6 years old on both sides of my brain. This was called a revascularization operation, where they took out the small arteries, and then they inserted bigger ones so that I could live my life like a normal person, and I wouldn't have to worry about having a fatal disease that could end my life so early. So a little bit more about moya moya is that what causes it is a mutation in the RNF213 gene, which obviously causes moya moya. And what I'm going to be experimenting on is Drosophila with a modified RNF213 gene compared to Drosophila with a regular brain, a regular no disease control. They are my control group. What I'm going to be looking for is a difference in diets between the control group and the RNF213 modified gene group, and I wanted to see if moya moya disease actually causes changes in diet. And yeah, that's all. Let's go. And today I'm gonna be making food for these little guys right here. So let's get into it. And today we're gonna have Daniel assisting me in creating our food. So what we're gonna need is a funnel, a new vial for the to move the Drosophila to, and where we're gonna put the food, graduated cylinder, a little weight plate, a stirring stick, and a spatula. And then this is what we're gonna be using to make their food, along with some active dry yeast, and we're gonna weigh it out with a scale. So we're gonna measure out 3 grams of food right here. Alright, so this is how you're gonna wanna set up your vial and your funnel, and then you're gonna wanna pour in the 3 grams right there. And if it does get stuck, you're gonna use that stirring stick to kind of like poke a hole through so that it goes through really easily. And then now you're gonna need 15 milligrams of water. Once you get the 15 milligrams, you're gonna go ahead and pour that in and mix it with the food using your stirring stick. So go ahead and stir that for me. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we're gonna let it sit for a couple minutes. So now once that is dried, you're gonna take your active dry yeast and take about like a pinch and just sprinkle it on right there. You don't want to do too much or else you're gonna kind of like drown your flies. All right, so the next step now is to put the flies into their new vial so that they can eat like their new food. And then you're actually gonna need a partner for this. It's gonna be a 2-man operation. All right, here we go. So you hold this, and then you're gonna cap this one, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I'll recap this one. All right, here we go. All right, now I'm just gonna tap these out of there. Make sure they all get in there, and make sure to use a funnel that is good quality, probably a metal funnel. You stop advertising for your life.
It's good water.
This is not what we're talking about right now. All right. So looks like all of them. Oh wait. All right, get ready. All right, I think that should be all of them. Okay. Oh, that's not good. All right, 3, 2, 1. Cap that. That was very efficient. That was extremely efficient. And as you can see, no flies escaped. All good. And yeah, so let's get a look at the flies in their new home. Yeah,
Yo,
they
give me the
love
camera
it.
for a second. Give me the camera.
But yeah, hold on, watch out. So that was how we feed the flies. So normally what I would do when doing my procedure, I would bring an apple to school in my lunchbox, and it would obviously be overripe so that the flies would be more attracted to it. And then, so I would go wait over there on the scale, and then after I would put it into this jar right here, set up my camera, and just have that recording for a span of 30 minutes. And then if I ever needed to look back at the recording, I would obviously I would look at the recording and record some data. And the process, what it used to be was I would use FlyNap, which if we come over here, we have a decent supply of, but it was actually recently informed that it is not good for flies. Actually, I stopped using it in order to get more reliable results. And instead, I transfer the flies the same way I transfer them to the between vials, so that it is more efficient and not too many flies escape. Obviously, sometimes a couple will escape. But I try to get 10 flies per vial, and I try to mix it up every single time. So we have some. These would be regular Drosophila, and these two right here would be Drosophila with Moya disease. And yeah, and then I have another jar. And unfortunately today I didn't bring a fruit, so I can't show you guys it. That usually looks like. I think we missed it. Yeah, right here. I have another jar right here with the breathable mesh that I put on top. Obviously I can't. This is my bad. Keep going. Obviously we can't have it closed with the seal on, so I use breathable mesh and then a rubber band, and I tie that around so that the Drosophila can breathe for this big. But yeah, that's basically what my experiment is about. And now back more to it. Just stop it right there.